At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Ladd, who's going to introduce our speakers.
Thank you for being here today, and we'd really like to hear from our student speakers some reflections for life on Jefferson. We do have 3 teams. We divide our 8th grade into 3 groups, and we'll have a speaker from each of the teams. First off, from the Dream Team is Tiffany Choy.
I'm honored today to talk about my times as a Patriot at Jefferson Junior High School. I can still remember being a 5th grader, thinking how different life would be like in junior high. I was full of questions. Would I get to my classes on time? Would I get a detention? Would I be able to handle the homework? And would I be able to memorize all my locker combinations? When I stepped into the halls of Jefferson on that first day, I couldn't help but wonder how I would make it through the year. But here I am standing, ready to move on from this magnificent school that has given me so many unforgettable memories. From the day I walked into this building, I have been surrounded by excellent teachers. My first team was the STAR team, but it was my teachers who were the stars, especially Mr. Duncan, who is now retiring. I continued to excel my 7th grade year on Excel team. I was in a pod with teachers that realized laughter makes the learning experience possible. This was also the year that I made some really good friends that I can still call my friends today. In 8th grade, I thought I'd be bored to sleep with long lectures. Instead, my 8th grade team, the Dream Team, lived up to its name. The teachers on the Dream Team made learning interactive, cooperative, and above all, fun. Without question, Jefferson teachers are amazing, but the Patriot experience wouldn't be complete without extracurricular activities. The staff at Jefferson makes sure that our school experience is as much about a community as it is about academics. For me, participating in the musical was the most memorable event. From Aladdin Jr. to Thoroughly Modern Millie Jr., the school musicals have given me some of my most cherished moments at Jefferson Junior High. If I were to write a book on how incredible Jefferson is, I'd run out of words. Now my time here is done, but I know that no matter what I do, no matter where I go, I will always remember that once a Patriot, always a Patriot. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiffany Choy from the Dream Team. And now some words from Eric Correa from the Hope Team. Eric?
Hey guys. During the last few days of school we had left, everyone to the left and right has been asking me, what will you miss most about Jefferson? This question really gets to me because in order to answer, I have to give the perfect answer to the question. Start thinking if I like the teachers most, the community most, the activities and projects most, the student government most, the entertainment and laughter most, and many more topics which takes years to name. But when I think about it, all those quality traits that I just mentioned were correct. To answer that, the aspect I will miss most of all is the hope pod. I'll miss the way where the teachers really care about who you are, instead of the ones who only care about getting paid. I'll miss dancing Can't Touch This with Miss Thurkield on karaoke day. I'll miss when Mr. Richardson cooked us this salt pork on Civil War Day, and I spit it out as soon as I ate it, no offense. I'll miss when we pushed Miss Breckenridge's car up a hill as fast as possible, but when I tried, the car rolled backwards as I pushed, so. And obviously, I'll miss when there was a boys versus girls in tug-of-war and we got creamed. Overall, the Hope Pod taught me how to grow up and accomplish work right like young adults, but they also taught me how to have fun while working. Hope has definitely prepared me for high school, and I am certain that this pod will continue transforming kids into adults for years to come. I'm proud to be a member of Hope. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric Correa from the Hope Team. And finally, our final speaker will be Austin Dorr from the Pride Team.
Some people say that junior high years can be the toughest in your life. I know I have experienced both good and bad times, as have many others. I heard this one story about a mom who went into her son's room to wake him up and said, "Okay, son, time to wake up, time for school." The son replied, "I don't want to go to school." The mother insisted, "You must, son, now come on." The son screamed, "I don't want to go. The kids all make fun of me, they hit me, they throw things at me. I don't want to go." The mother said gently, "Son, you know you have to go to school." "Why do I have to go to school?" The mother answered, "Because you're the principal." It's not only the students who have a rough time. Let's spend a few minutes reminiscing about our years at Jefferson. Just like the principal in the story, I know many of us have had our difficulties at school. For example, the test you studied so hard for and thought you did really well, and then you got it back and you didn't. The test you forgot to study for, oops. The fight you had with your best friend over something stupid. If you're a boy, you punched each other and in 10 seconds got over it. If you're a girl, you had to text all your friends to decide who is right or wrong as you gossip about each other for weeks. The intimidation you felt in 6th grade when you couldn't remember your locker combination or where your classes were. Didn't Jefferson seem huge back then? The trouble you got into for walking into the gym in your boxers. Well, enough of the lows. Let's remember some of the good times. Eating chicken with your fingers at medieval times as we cheered for our knights. Watching High School Musical come to life on our stage, or watching the jazz of Thoroughly Modern Millie. Dancing like fools at the boat trip and during the 8th grade dance. Climbing the tanks and cheering for Kevin as he walked out to the tip of a barrel, hoping you wouldn't fall on his face. Splashing in the water at Millennium Park and roasting in the sun, then having to smell our sweat and wet clothes on the bus ride home. Laughing with your friends at lunch as milk sprayed out of your nose. Okay, maybe that's just a guy thing. Texting and using Facebook at night instead of doing your homework. Running the 4x400 with our awesome team at every track meet under the lights with everyone cheering. As I look back, the highs definitely outweigh the lows. These 3 years have flown by. Within these walls, I have many memories that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. Who do I thank for this? First, I would like to thank Mr. Kluver, Mrs. Corrigan, and Mr. Pastor for their excellent leadership. We might not have always been perfect, but you have helped us to become better people. Next, thanks to all the custodians and lunch ladies for keeping us going day after day. And last but definitely not least, thank you to all of the teachers for the endless support, encouragement, and the occasional kick in the butt. We would not be who we are without you. To some of us, high school may seem scary, so big, so many kids, such hard classes. However, I am confident that our years at Jefferson have fully prepared us for the years ahead. I would like to conclude with a quote from an all-time Chicago idol. It is from an obscure film a few of you may have seen called Kicking and Screaming. Listen now to the words of the wise Mike Ditka. This is going to be one of the hardest things you've ever done in your whole lives. But when it's over, you guys are going to be champions. 8th graders, we're ready for high school.